Dia terbaiknya.
A very good morning to Media Jintan. I'm Azlina Norzali. Today I would like to talk about New Zealand. This is my topic. Critically evaluation of New Zealand's profile in order to invest into the country. Name of the country, New Zealand. Capital, Wellington. Population, 4.9 million. Currency, New Zealand dollar. Next. So $1 New Zealand equal to 2.7 ringgit Malaysia. Next. Official language, English, Maori, and Czech Sign Language. Ethnic groups, European 74%, Maori 14.9%, Asian 11.8%, Pacific peoples 7.4%, African 1.2%, and others 1.7%. Next. Government and politics. New Zealand is a constitutional monarchy with a parliamentary democracy. Although its constitution is not codified, Queen Elizabeth II is the Queen of New Zealand. Next. Reason of New Zealand to advocate free trade. Trade is critical to New Zealand economy. Supporting open market is a logical response to the nature of our economy. Free trade doesn't just benefit to their exporters. Other countries are seeking to trade more. Next. Good trade of New Zealand. Goods made up 70% of New Zealand goods and service exports and were valued at 53.6 billion in the year ending December 2017. For our major primary sector, meats, dairy, fisheries, wines, forestry, and some horticulture product. Between about 70% and 90% of the output they produce is exported. Without trade, between 70 to 95% of those industries in New Zealand would simply not exist. The impact on Maori and the region would be especially acute. They have two kinds of goods to trade: agricultural goods and non-agricultural goods. Next. Agricultural good. New Zealand is the world's 12th largest agricultural exporter by value and the second dairy exporter in the world. They are number one sheep meat exporter and the number one dairy product exporter and the second biggest wool exporter. Non-agricultural goods. 38% of our New Zealand merchandise export are non-agricultural goods. Our New Zealand top earnings include forestry product, crudes and refined petrol and fish product. Next. Service and investment of New Zealand. Service make up around 30% of New Zealand goods and service export value at 22.7 billion. Those exports include tourism, transport, education, and commercial service such as IT, telecommunication, accounting, and film production. Service export allowed New Zealand firms to grow their businesses by taking advantage of offshore opportunities and new technologies are making it easier easier to do this digitally. Inward and outward, foreign investment can help New Zealand businesses better integrate into supply chains, improve market access, reduce costs, and increase productivity. It is important that we continue to negotiate high-quality comprehensive FTAs that cover trade in service and investment as well as trade in goods. Next. Tourists of New Zealand. International tourist expenditure contribute 9.8 billion. Domestic tourist expenditure increased 2.4%, generated to GPD of 7.3 billion or 3.7% of GPD. Additional 9.8 billion of tourists or 5.0 GPD employed 110,800 full-time equivalent or 5.7% of total employment in New Zealand. Tourists regenerate 1.3 billion in GST revenue. Next. Business development policy. A growth enhancing tax system. Better public services, support the science, innovation and trade. Better regulation, including regulation around natural resource. Investment in infrastructure. Next. New Zealand ranked 4th safety economy in Asia Pacific region for investment. Next. Barriers and issues of New Zealand. Climate change, global finance crisis, barrier of entry, natural disaster, earthquake, high competitive economy, current rate and fluctuation, and culture and language. Next. Business. Next. That's all. Thank you.